Hey guys, this is your favorite show CEO Entrance and I'm your host Satyarth Rai. Today we have with us one of the awesome CEO whose brand has been ruling food industry since last 40 years. The best part about his food is it is garnished with love and freshness. Let's have a look at his story.
Hi, I'm Mandar Samel, CEO of Mom's Food Chain. Food products are my identity as well as my passion. Love and spices are the real recipes of my food products and we add it just right. It has been 40 years and my brand has not let down any customer's expectation. Today, I will be sharing my brand's journey on CEO and trends with Satyarth Rai.
Mom's Today is a very successful brand and there is a lot of history, like 40 years is not a small thing. So where exactly it all started and what is the reason behind Mom as the name?
Yeah, it all started on the 1st of May 1977.
Okay.
Actually, my father was a worker in the manufacturing industry.
Right.
And during that period, there were a lot of strikes and lockouts in that industry.
Yeah.
And so, my mother,
Yeah.
she took this daring step of starting out a new business, a business which would bring in income.
Right.
Because there was nothing that dad was bringing in, and so she had to chip in. And that was when she decided to start this business. And why moms? The reason why moms, because 40 years back, a lady taking this step was a very revolutionary kind of thing.
Right.
And as a tribute to my mother, who started this.
Okay, that is amazing thing. But then one thing which we have observed, there are a lot of startups in India which are failing, and they are failing very badly. Within first 2 years, most of the startups which have started, they shut down. So what do you think is the difference between the entrepreneur and what are the basic skills, if you see, which are lacking in today's entrepreneurs?
Actually, there are a number of points that we need to work on. First and foremost is the patience that a person requires to put into that business. Secondly, to understand the customer needs. And finally, it is about the management of the business.
Right.
How you are going to manage the business henceforth.
Right.
A lot of things into that. Human resources, financial management. There are a number of things that each person needs to study before getting into business.
Human resources is definitely a very crucial point, as you said. When we are talking about human resource of your company, how do you manage the human resource? How do you upgrade them? What are the skills that you inculcate into people who are the employees of your brand?
Actually, we are very particular about customer service.
Right.
So, training of my employees is an ongoing process.
Right.
So, for that purpose, we conduct training programs from from the food industry. Apart from that, we also take them outdoors.
Right.
We have recently taken them to an institute called Magic Bus, which is in Khopoli.
Yes, yes.
Which is also a social-based organization. When we take them out, they are exposed to new people, which helps them cater to the customers when they are in our outlets.
Right.
We also work on their personal development, which also includes their development as well as their financial development. So all in all, everything falls in place, and that is when they give out the best.
That is really amazing. When you say about employees and about their welfare, there's one more thing is about the customer service. So, which you have kept at a very different level. The amazing customer service which you have. Also, when we look at the food quality, okay, what is the difference about the food that is served through your kitchen and with the rest of the market? What is different about your food?
Actually, all the food that is made at my end,
right,
all the ingredients that go into the food are prepared at my base.
Right.
We have kept outsourcing to the bare minimum. So I know what goes into my food. So that is the main idea behind. See, customer service is there, but the quality of the food can only be controlled if I keep all the procurement and the raw materials into my hand.
Right.
So that is where we are working on continuously.
Right. So, as you said that you are not outsourcing it a lot and you are maintaining the quality and the freshness of the food, which is very important and very crucial for your business to make it stand out. how exactly are you able to deal with the inflation and also keeping the price reasonable?
This Satyarth is a continuous process.
Right.
We have a very good pulse on the market. We have a very good network of vendors that have been serving us for the last 40 years. It is very surprising, but I normally don't change my vendors, and that is where I get my products at the right price.
So your brand has survived for 40 long years. It's really difficult for any food-based company to survive for this long. So what is the difference in your food and what makes it still going strong even after 40 years? What's the secret behind your food?
The USP of the food that comes out of Mom's is its freshness.
Wow.
Our day at Mom's starts at around 3 o'clock in the morning, and right from that time, we start the production of the day. Once we get orders from all our outlets, we procure fresh vegetables as well as the other things that are required for that day's orders. So everything that you get in any of Mom's outlets is the freshest that you're going to get, because it is procured that day, processed that day, and sent to you. We have kept frozen items at the bare minimum. Just to give you an example of how fresh things at my end are. Just recently, one of our customers,
Right.
they bought some 20 vadas from our outlet.
Okay.
And they asked me to give it at the fag end of the day. When I asked them the reason, they said that this is going to go to US.
Okay.
So they are buying it from me today, and they are going to eat day after tomorrow.
Okay.
And very surprisingly, I got a call from them saying ki the vadas were as yummy as we eat in Dombivli.
Right.
So you can imagine the freshness of the food that we keep at all of our outlets.
That is amazing. That is superb. Also, when we look at your brand, there is something that you have kept the automation. Since a lot of companies are now moving towards the automation, and they are killing actually employment and looking more towards the profit. Again, the one thing about the being an entrepreneur is how you balance between your profit and also still care about the economy and the country's economy. How are you able to balance that?
Actually, there are two schools of thoughts
Right.
in doing business. One says to generate profits, and another says to generate employment.
Yes.
So I go by the second school of thought. I think that I should first generate employment, and in turn, it will give me profits.
Very true.
So that is the way I've been working for the last 40 years. Actually, I am working for the last 26 years, but even my mother used to practice the same principle. So this has been brought forward with me also. We keep automation to the bare minimum and see that all our employees are retained by us as far as possible. So along with profits, we are also generating employment for our citizens.
When our Prime Minister is talking about digitalization, how are you adopting digitalization in your business?
Actually, at the central kitchen end, we are using a software which is controlling all our outlets.
Yes,
So
yes.
we have already gone digital. About reaching to the customer, we are actually on all the platforms, social media platforms that the today's generation is interested in. On Facebook, we are on Instagram.
Oh, that's literally amazing. And guys, definitely we are sharing about where you can find Moms and all about its digital platform. Do visit one of their stores, and I'm sure you're going to have a great time because the reviews which we have got is really amazing. What is your expansion plan?
Yeah, there are a couple of things on our mind.
Right.
A couple of years back, 2 years back, we consulted a business consulting firm, Strategic Minds.
Right.
And we have formed a franchisee model for our business. Right now we operate from a 2,000 square foot central kitchen, which
Wow.
caters to all my outlets. So similarly, on the same basis, we can cater to much more outlets. So we have prepared a model, and I would like to take this opportunity to welcome people who want to come into the food industry
Right.
to the franchisee mode. One more thing that
Yeah.
we are doing is we there are a large majority of people in Dombivli who are senior citizens.
Right.
And taking that cue, we have started a home delivery of meals, right from breakfast to dinner. Because when we studied this industry, we found that all the senior citizens, they find it very difficult to go out to shops or outlets or hire some people to prepare their food. So we are serving them to the doorstep.
So, congratulations for completing your 40th year successfully and surviving so long for so strong and being in an industry which is so competitive. Well, congratulations for entering into the 41st year. And guys, if you're watching this episode and have any questions to Mr. Mandar with regards to his food products, about his franchises, then definitely you can write it in the comment section and we will get back to you. And do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. And if there is anything even for us that you want to say it to us, convey to us, definitely write it in the comment section. And I will see you in the next episode. Bye bye.